I'm back, coming to you from my home office. As you can see, vacation has ended and we're back to the same old stuff. It's great, isn't it? Yeah. Um. So yeah, guys, I just enjoyed the best vacation ever. I I know I needed a break. I know that it was very much needed. I needed that getaway, that space, that ability just to desensitize from work for a little bit. Um, Spend that time with William. Just an all around refresher. I needed that. And so, nothing better than going and not only enjoying, but making so many good memories. Like, it was so worth it. I wish every day could be vacation, right? I won my first hand pay while we were out there. How exciting is that? And I don't know, like, we did so much. We started our vacation off going to Laughlin. From Laughlin, we stayed for one night and then headed into Vegas on Sunday. And then we were there from Sunday till Sunday. And then we came home Sunday. And I'm truly exhausted, just needing, a vacation for my vacation. But mentally, I am doing so good. Like, it was just a very remembering, like, I'll always remember this vacation. Not only did I turn 43, I just had a good time. Um, I didn't want to come back. I mean, I did, but I didn't. Hold on. Sorry. That was my mamacita. I didn't want to come back. I really just wanted to stay there and keep going and going. But then I remembered the only reason we got there was because we worked hard and we saved money. So we got to go. So that's not reality, right? So here we are, back to reality, back to life, back to going, back to, all the things to save up for that next vacation. And I'm so ready. Um, I know we can't all just take, 8 or 9 days off and go on vacation. I know that's not realistic for so many people, and I get it. But if you do get a chance to ever travel, like go to Vegas, guys, I hadn't been until March of this year. So, never in 42 of my years had I been there. And now that I'm 43, I've been there twice. And it's so fun. Like, I'm not a big partier. I don't go out a lot. I don't do all the bad things. Like, I'm just pretty basic. And I love going just to, I don't know, like, the view is beautiful no matter where you're at. And you go out on the sidewalk at, 9:30 at night. The strip view with all the lights and everything are so beautiful. You walk down during the day. There's always somebody, something to look at. There's something new. And there's so many free attractions and so many things that you can do for free that don't cost a penny. Um, it's just a good feel. We had busy packed days, and very little did we just stop and sit. We tried to do that mostly. I think, mm, I would, excuse me. I'd say this last weekend was, Saturday and Sunday was pretty easygoing days. Um, and then of course Sunday we drove all day, so that I just can't even tell you how thankful I am that William likes to drive because that 17 hours, I wouldn't have been able to drive it myself. There's no way. It would have taken me 2 days. Because wow. So yeah, good time. Glad to be back though. I've already went to work and I've already started seeing clients and back in that mindset. And I think it's good because I'm here with a fresh mindset and ready for them, and I feel like I'm able to provide them the best me, and of course, it helps me. I've learned that part of my job will be ending. Like, I won't be filling in for the other therapists. which is fine because I have my own clients, and then I have at one location, then I have a whole nother location. So it's fine. It's a little bit of weight lifted off my shoulder. I'll miss them all. Good connections have been made, but definitely understand that they need to get back to their own therapist and do what they need to do. So that's that. I think that this trip was probably most memorable to me because William and I we had such a good time, guys. Like, find your friend, find your person that you can laugh with and be stupid and crazy with, and just be genuinely who you are with. Um, just enjoy those times, because that's honestly what made this whole vacation worth it. You know, like, I can be crazy, and he accepts it. Um, I can be blonde, and he accepts it. Like, it's so amazing to find a person that can just accept you for all that you are, emotionally, physically, just the whole package of you. Because when you find that, you'll see that life becomes less stressful, and it's easier to compress and do life with somebody that has no judgment towards you, you know? Not saying we don't have our disagreements, but all in all, we really don't, which is nice. So, yeah. Um, Ready to get back in the swings of it. Like, I turn in my hours this week. Well, I have to get all my signatures, and then I turn in my hours. And hopefully, I have all the hours that I need to be able to take my test and be done. Because I'm so ready for that. And I again took in my books and stuff and didn't even study. I'm not good at that studying stuff, but I did have a good time. um, I think the one thing that I do see, like when we were in Vegas, there was so much mental health out there that, you see a lot of people, and please do not take this wrong. You see people that are, what they call tweakers, where they're, using drugs and just living that kind of life, and, they look rough and they're living on the streets. And then you see those that, have true mental health issues, and, it's hard because, like, William asks, why does nobody help them? Because nobody knows who they are, whether it's these people have been on the street since they were little, or whether this is something new. They don't have advocacy, and some of them don't want it. Some of them are just don't even know what to do in life, and it helps me identify the need for people, case managers, therapists, social workers, all the reason all these people are needed. And when they say it takes an army for babies, it takes an army to help anybody. It's one of those things where you're just like, what could you do for that person? And some of them don't even know how to communicate with you. Like, they wouldn't know if you said, do you need help? They wouldn't know how to respond to that. Because what does help look like for them? And how would you help them? Like, I was traveling. I don't know their places or their resources, and you don't want to get the wrong people involved. Like, there was one guy that was literally, you could tell that he had mental health issues, but I didn't want to call cops and have him, I didn't want to make things bad for him because he was happy. Like, the guy was happy in life. There was no complaints from this guy. So there was no need for me to put my nose in where it wasn't and didn't belong. Right? He lives life just happy as can be, walking the streets of Vegas and enjoying all that he can. Okay? Then, like I said, you walk down the street and you can tell that there's some people that have been true drug users for a really long time. And either way, it's a hard situation to watch. You start feeling helpless or that you can't do anything. But then you have to stop and think, what is their normal? What do they really want? Do they need help? Do they want help? I mean, those are all questions that can't be answered sometimes, you know? We went into one place to eat, and like there was this guy that he presented very normal, I guess. You know, he was clean, and then he goes and he gets his food and he comes back and sits down, and then he just starts doing some of his ticks, and it's just sad because those ticks are what creates, or what allows people to see that he's abused drugs in a hard way. And you know it's you have to just, like, all I could do is think, wow, just wow. And it's one of those things where, how do how do you help those people? Do you, again, like I said, I question myself, do they even want help? Like, that's their normal. So maybe they don't want help. Maybe they think that's how life should be. Who am I to judge, right? Um, so you get to see people from all walks of life there. Um, I think I had my first scare in Vegas. Like, when we went last time and this time, I think I had one scare, or two, actually, in the same day, like 2 hours apart. The first one, we were at this location, and you guys, pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your freaking surroundings. Because William and I literally saw a guy. Okay, so first of all, there was this older couple that were waiting to leave. And husband got up to go to the restroom, and wife was there alone. And I'm saying older. They were probably 70s. And she was sitting there alone with all the bags and her purse out next to her. And there's this guy that walks up, and he literally was like predatoring her. Like, had his arm up to where he could touch her, and you could see that she just kind of squeezed over to the side, and like, she was very, very uncomfortable. Well, William and I just both started talking to each other, and we're watching this guy, and we're like, we're not leaving until he goes. Because he was creepy. Like, creepy. Right? And at least I could do is call 911 if something happened. I mean, I wanted to be there to support her if need be. So he gets up and he wanders around, and we're like, William tells her, you're okay. We got you. And she just kind of smiled, and, I think you could see the relief on her face, like, somebody's noticing how uncomfortable I am. And we sat there for probably 15-20 minutes, and he never really did anything to her to warrant calling the cops, because I mean, you can't just call the cops because somebody is acting weird. I guess you can, but to be honest, would that cause more of a scene? Probably. And again, we knew we'd call 911 if need be. Wasn't a concern. So we continued to sit there, and he circled her a few times and circled some more. He's seen a few other women, and he would circle them, and he'd come back to her. And by the time that husband came back, like, they got their stuff and they're leaving, and she looked at us and she said, thank you. Like, she knew that we were watching out for her. And guys, if we don't pay attention to others, you don't know what's going on. Like, that could have very well been me in that situation, and God knows that I'm oblivious to some things, but I'm not oblivious to my surroundings. I will tell you that. I pay attention to that a lot, because I want to be careful, and that's what we do in life. We pay attention to our surroundings. So if you think that you're being weird because you're watching around you, you're not. It's very beneficial for you to do that. Not only for yourself sometimes, but for others. Like I said, I just can't even tell you what I thought was going in my mind. Like, I really thought this old lady would have been kidnapped if we weren't be sitting there, and she would be back in the bushes because he wanted to see how much money she had. There was so many possibilities, and I'm not trying to stereotype him, but his behaviors is the reason that I was questioning what he was doing or what his motive was. So we leave that place, and after she leaves, okay, she's safe. She's with husband. They've left. Everybody's good. So we leave that place, and we're going down the street, and we get a little bit down the street, and there's like this group of probably three, four homeless people, and they're in the trees. And again, not that they're homeless. That's not my problem. You be happy and homeless. I don't, whatever. But there's this guy walking like in front of us, and he's walking down the road, and out of the trees comes this guy with two canes, just like swinging him like he's gonna attack him. He's talking nonsense, and I'm just like, oh my god, you know. So I was a little intense. Like it was a lot for me. So we get to where we're going. I'm just like, William, that is too much. Like, how can anybody be comfortable living in that life? You know, I just don't get it. And we talked about it, and I'm just like, you know, I don't know that I could find comfort like these people do. And they do. And hats off to them. Again, praise them. If they can live in that lifestyle and they do what they got to do, I get it. It's just, it was kind of overwhelming. You know, I was just like, okay, because is that guy going to beat somebody's head in with a cane? What's going on? Like, it was just a lot. So, it, when I come back and I see, you know, how lucky and blessed I am, and I count my blessings, and I'm thankful that I've had the support system that I've had in life, and I'm glad that I get to experience things like that too. I mean, again, I'm not making fun of or trying to pity anybody or anything like that. People that are homeless, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, it opens my eyes to a bunch of concerns for mental health, and it allows me to say this is why you are where you are and what you're doing. And because if I can, you know, if one of them guys could be my clients and I could advocate for them, I would advocate all day long for them, because I want everybody to have the life that they want to have, right? Now, if they don't ever show up and they don't come, I mean, if they're happy being who they are, hats off to them. You know, do what you do and be happy. Everybody needs to be happy in life. So, yeah, it was a great vacation. Kind of got off track there, but ready to go back and do that again. And if you ever have the chance to go to Vegas and you have not, go. Just go. Take the vacation. Give yourself a break. Do some self-care and just relax and live life. So that's my motto for today. I hope you guys have had a great week. Sorry I wasn't on much last week. I just really tried to be in the moment, and I didn't want to just, you know, spend my whole vacation on my camera recording videos. I just wanted to enjoy, you know, live a little and have a little bit of life and not have any commitments and just be, you know, free to be me. So that's what I did. And I hope you guys, you know, have the capacity or the ability to see when you need to do that, and that you do that just for your own self-care. We talk about that a lot here. So yeah, always just remember to take care of you. And if that means taking a little vacation to somewhere you've never been, go for it. All right. I do want to thank you guys for coming back and for being patient with me while I was out. I hope you guys enjoy, and I just want to thank you guys for listening. And just remember to like, share, and subscribe to hit the bell notification so that you see next time we're on. Thank you guys. Bye.